Namaste, my name is Dhieyo and welcome to my channel. Today I'll tell you about a mudra that the matrix hates, and everything that the matrix hates, I love teaching about it. I love sharing that knowledge. I love doing it myself. So today is one of those days where I'm going to tell you about a mudra that the matrix hates. The matrix, every time it wants to deprive us of certain freedom, certain things that we are looking for, it'll give us that knowledge because obviously it has to provide us with everything, but it'll take away the science behind that knowledge, the meaning behind that knowledge. It'll create a misconception, a mystical story around it where the actual knowledge is lost, and a whole lot of people are doing it. A whole lot of statues are made holding on to that mudra, but why is it doing it? How does it work? That is taken away from it so that we don't benefit from it. This is exactly what has happened with this mudra, right from its name to why the Hindu culture doesn't have it, the Japanese have it. It's a Japanese mudra. A mudra is a mudra, period. Not an Indian mudra, not an African mudra, not a Japanese or an American mudra or a British mudra for that matter, or for that matter a Greek mudra. It is absolutely a mudra. But to understand about this mudra and why all this confusion has been created, we need to first understand who we are. When I say we, I mean our soul. Who are we? Once you know, okay, this is who we are and this is how this mudra can now benefit us, magic starts happening. We all are souls. We all come from the supreme soul, or like how we call it, an Atma comes from a Param Atma. Now, for the sake of understanding, for the sake of making it easier for everyone, just imagine a big cloud. That big cloud is Param Atma, is supreme soul. You remove a little bit of that cloud, that little bit of that Atma, the little bit of that soul, and put it in a body. That soul now starts having its own experience. Eventually it frees itself and goes back to that cloud. So collectively, every soul collectively makes a supreme soul, makes Param Atma. That means every leaf is a tree, every seed is that tree, every fruit is that tree, every tree is that fruit. We all have that same knowledge, that same experience somewhere within us. So now spirituality is all about connecting to the beyond. The spirit world is there. So let's say even if you want money, Lakshmi Mudra, Kuber Mudra, everyone is so far away. Even if it's for Gyan Mudra, connecting to Shiva, connecting to whoever, which are the gods, which are the qualities that we are looking for, is so far away. But this mudra is for us to be connecting to souls who have that experience, who are on this realm alive. Alive. So what is happening right now is, let's say today if you want money, you're trying to do the Kuber Mudra, Lakshmi Mudra, great, do it. I have taught that mudra and I say go for it. But what if now you're trying to reach somewhere which is so far away, but then there is a bank right over here which has the same amount of money? Are we trying to tap into it? No. No, we're not. Again, the amount of knowledge that is out there, let's say there's some soul in a human form who has all that knowledge that you're looking for in that soul which is in a human form. Are we trying to tap into it? No, we don't even value it. Everyone who's doing great things today is tomorrow's God. Remember that. You, if today are doing great things, tomorrow you are God. So let's say for an example, like I always tell people, because I have that quality myself, I always tell people, don't buy something that somebody is trying to sell you. Buy what they are not selling you. So for an example, like an artist, a musician, a businessman is always keeping that main business idea for themselves, so that now they will invest, they will do a little bit of this business over here. So all the money they collect, they want to make this business bigger. So try to find out what this business is. What is it that he's not selling? Let's give my example. Every knowledge that I share on this channel, there is a lot of other knowledge that I have inside me which I cannot share on this channel for various different reasons. Let's say YouTube doesn't want it to be there. YouTube keeps putting a strike on it. YouTube keeps saying, no, can't put this knowledge out there. A lot of other gurus who have problems with it. A lot of other times there are people who are not ready for it. So even in my sessions, when people tell me, okay, can you tell us something more? I know looking at that person, you're not ready for it. But what if now you say, forget about it, I want to tap into Dhieyo's soul. I'm giving an example. I want to tap into Dhieyo's soul and get all that knowledge out. That I think I deserve it. I think I require it. Fine, he and I can't get connected, but my soul and his soul can get connected. This mudra does exactly that. Now, let's say if you are somebody who's a businessman and is trying to get that knowledge of business, of money, how to make that, how to become the richest man. Do you want Kuber Lakshmi or do you want Elon Musk? Do you want the Ambanis? Do you want the Adanis? Or all the other billionaires? You can start connecting to their soul to figure out that knowledge that they have. What is working for them? This is the power of that mudra. You want love, start connecting to that soul that you're looking for. You know what, you and I need to connect. I'm the best person for you. Boom, soul to soul connection. So this is why when people ask me what is the best mudra, I always tell them it's the Gyan mudra. Gyan means knowledge. Knowledge is not just limited to mudra, mantra, manifestation techniques. No, knowledge for anything that you're trying to look for. How do I sell my business? How do I create that music? How do I do something? How do I come across as a nice human being? Mudra's knowledge is for all those things. So this is where this mudra that I tell you now about is going to be extremely useful. Okay, again, there are various different versions of Gyan mudra. This mudra is a mixture of Gyan and Dhyan mudra. So the misconception that's happened is you'll find a lot of Japanese statues of Buddha holding this mudra, where when you ask them what it is, they will only say it is related to enlightenment and it is related to concentration. For a lot of people who are in robes and beards, every mudra is related to enlightenment and concentration. When they don't have an answer, that's the best answer to give somebody. Nobody wants to say, look dude, I really don't know. A lot of people will tell you that it's not written in Indian scriptures. Like I always tell people, if it's not written in scriptures, that does not mean it does not exist. It definitely exists. Somebody who was lazy like me didn't want to write it and like pass the leaves where he was supposed to write down the river. So what if that person was like me, lazy, didn't want to write, hates writing, hates reading. All those long emails I get, I don't even read them. So what if that person was like me, didn't write it down, didn't do any of those things, said forget it. So does that mean that knowledge that now you're going to get does not exist? No, you will be absolutely wrong. There's lots more knowledge available which is beyond scriptures. Times are changing, knowledge is still flowing in. Tap into it. That now, which I tell you, that is going to connect from soul to soul. If you want knowledge from Dhieyo or some other guru, you want to get in touch with Elon Musk's soul's experience, this is the mudra. So you hold the Gyan mudra. Your left hand comes down, your right hand comes over it. And then the index fingers touch each other, forming an infinity. It forms an infinity. That's how simple it is. Keep it close to your navel, don't stretch your elbows too out, just keep it relaxed. It forms an infinity. So a lot of people will call it the infinity mudra. It's the infinity mudra. And then what do you do with it? We are all infinite. When you are in that state of infinite, infinity is that state of being then. But are you infinite first? Are you recognizing who you are? This is why I started the video by saying, first you got to know who you are. You are infinite. You are not that small soul. You are that complete supreme soul, Param Atma. So now when you hold this, like I said, again you're holding the Gyan mudra. The thumb touches the index finger, the fingers stay straight, not pointed upwards, not down, in a relaxed position. The left is down, the right comes over it, and then these index fingers touch each other. Very gently touch each other, form the tip of your thumb needs to touch each other, the tip of your index finger needs to touch each other. Now it forms an infinity that, okay, now I am that infinite soul connecting with that soul which is in this infinity. Dhieyo is in this, Elon Musk is in this, Ambanis, Adanis are in this, that perfect couple, the perfect love that you admire so much are in this. What is working for you guys? Tell me what's working for you. I want to make my marriage work the same way. That's the power of this mudra. It is a version of Gyan and Dhyan mudra mixed together. So just because somebody is not written does not mean it does not exist. Every time you don't know about a mudra does not mean it is only related with enlightenment and concentration. That's a whole lot of rubbish. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again, have a good life. Have fun doing this mudra. Spiritual practices, you need to have fun with it. Namaste.